ladies and gentlemen, my name is Andrew and welcome on back to Transport Fever 2. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I am having a fantastic day, and I've been taking a look around our map here a little bit. And before I go and tell you guys what we are going to do today, I want to recap what we did last episode, like what we normally do here. Last episode, we started off getting a production chain going for steel. And of course, that's going to be heading over into the goods factory. The goods factory, though, isn't going to be producing anything because it doesn't have any plastic coming to it. The only other way we can get plastic made is by getting a plastics from this chemical plant over here, because there is no other chemical plant nearby. So we would end up having to take some of the oil from this chemical plant over here, or oil refinery that is, and bring it over here to the chemical plant, and then most likely train it on in to the actual goods factory, and then bring the goods out to Surat and most likely over to Lucknow as well. Now another thing that I did look around and see if we can potentially utilize is the ability to go ahead and produce some more food. We have these two farms over here that can produce grain, and they would be able to head over to this food processing plant in Raw. So I think what we'll do, we're going to first cap off our line that's going to be going to the chemical plant. And then we are also going to need to go and get a second line hooked up that's going to go from this oil refinery over here over to this chemical plant. Because, of course, we need to go and get some oil heading over in that direction. Now, that is going to cut our amount of oil produced over here. Ooh. Why is some crude oil being dropped off over here? Ooh. I'm guessing it's crude oil from this line? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Let me actually go ahead and configure these lines real quick, because that's not supposed to happen. That's genuinely not supposed to happen. I think that's inside this menu. So that is our Tainan and Tokyo crude oil. Yeah, you are only supposed to load up there. I want you to only load up on crude oil. I want you to only load up on oil and unload crude oil. And then I want you to only unload oil. Okay, so that should hopefully work. Maximum wait time 1 minute. And that should hopefully get rid of that crude oil sitting there, and it should go straight into the oil refinery. I hope. This right here is going to be a bit interesting because our crude oil line for Izmir is apparently getting some fuel demand over here. So let's go and manage the line real quick and get that set up to be full load. I think we can have you set to be full load, if any. And you are only going to load up on crude oil at the first stop. Then you are going to go ahead and unload the crude oil, but you're going to load up on oil. And then the Tainan exchange, you are going to just unload oil, and then you're going to double back to the Izmir East. And that should be fine right there. We should go and start to see that change in progress. So hopefully that changes. I don't think that it will. Izmir South is where it apparently will go to. It's not really going to be useful at all, but anyway, this guy has already recognized it. And it looks like the 9, yeah, Tainan exchange. Well, you're not going to be able to do much then. I will go and work on the other lines, such as in the Guangzhou fuel, the Izmir fuel, raw, and the other lines to go and get those separated. But let's go and focus on the chemical plant, because the chemical plant is something we need to focus on. So the chemical plant is right over here. It's just outside of Suzhou, which, to be honest, I was thinking a couple episodes back of extending this Guangzhou line over to Suzhou, but I think we'll just leave that be for now. And Suzhou is pretty isolated, to be honest. It only has 2 farms and a chemical plant. Not really much it can do there. So what we will do, get a line created. We'll get a station placed first. And this is going to be a 2-track station, because one track is going to cater to the oil being dropped off, and the other track is going to be catered to the plastics going out. So we're going to go and drop that right there. That connects directly up to the chemical plant. And what I'm going to do, instead of having these tracks overlap, I'm just going to have the tracks come out like so. And we are going to have you just come out, and I think 40 should be fine. We're not going to be in too much of a need to worry about speed at all, so we should be fine. And that does bring them out at that same point, which is what I want. Very condition of multiple vehicles is bored. I don't really care. I do care because it's limiting our money factor, but I'll worry about that at some point. Now we need to go and get this line over here, the line that's closest to Guangzhou, this one right here, over to our oil refinery. The oil refinery right now, though, is kind of nearby a farm, so I'm not too sure. Like, I would potentially want to go and create a line from this farm over to our food production place, but at the same time, I'm not too sure if I want to. So let me go ahead and first get this line put in, and we are going to have it go around Guangzhou like this, kind of have a swooping arc around here, and we can potentially in the future get a construction material lines created over here for Guangzhou, but Guangzhou doesn't have a need for it at the moment. So what we will do is, what I'm going to have to do first is go ahead and grab this train or this station and go and fill up the platform, or get a secondary track 1, 2, and 3, and 4. I will go and flip that train here in a minute. And then 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's go and take care of this train then. Go ahead and head on out. Yeah, you're fine. And then we are gonna need to go and get a train heading out to here. So let's go and have the train come around like so. We can have it come across this road at the moment, but I think I want to limit it to where it has to come down over by the farm. So the way I see it is that we can have the track come straight through here, potentially coming alongside this field, which I don't want to get rid of. So let's have it go like this. We are going to be spending a little bit of money on getting rid of the fields, but that's fine. In fact, I will get rid of that one in this one. Okay. And we want to go and bring our tracks along like so. Ooh, not like that. And I want to bring you up to there first before I have you cross over. So let's have you come along here. Just an ever so gentle curve. And then we can have it come around this way. I want to keep around 75, just get that top speed in there. And most likely we're going to have like 2, maybe 3 trains on this line, so it'll work in the end. And we want to have it come into that platform. So that's 45, that's 48, that's fine. Let's go and have you come in. Let's have you just go ahead and come over to here. And then have you merge after that point. I guess 35 will have to do. Okay, so that is the line started up right there. And I like how that's actually really good in terms of transition right there. You know, one thing I want to take a look at, assets. Is this something that we can utilize potentially? Not really. I was hoping that we can go and plop down a field over here. I wasn't too sure if we could, but apparently we can't. Yeah, so we can't even worry about that. So we'll leave that alone for now. Now let's just go ahead and bring our tracks along. And I guess we can just go and have it come around this way. Kind of is our only option, really. Because we do need to have you come around like this. Well, let's have you stay at around 70. 75 is, yeah, the preferred speed, but if most likely we're going to have a construction materials line over here, then we're going to need to have a little bit of extra space. So there's that. Oh, you didn't even place right there. Go in. Okay, and there we go. That's fine. And we should be able to come around like this. Yes, we should. Let's just have you come straight across And something that I'm potentially going to get set up is a bus line that's going to go from Guangzhou to Surat, or maybe even to Ra. I'm not too sure. That is something debatable, though. It's just going to get you coming over here. And do I want a tunnel right there? I don't really want to, but let's just go and see what the cost is if I just bring it straight on in. 1.1 million. I'm guessing that's with a 2 tunnels. Oh boy. Apparently you come out into an opening right here. I don't really like having that type of opening. But to be honest, I kind of understand why you want to have it. Let's just have you go down by 1 level. That's fine. And that increases the cost to 1.5 million. I guess that's fine, but let's go and bring this section of track out first. Because I want to try and keep this portion right here as straight as possible. So let's do something like this. Not too far. So 63k is what it's going to cost for each segment. 63, 64, something like that. And what we're going to most likely do is we're going to have a separate line that cuts through this tunnel. Or cuts through this mountain terrain, which how much is that going to actually be? 8 million. That's not bad in all honesty. That's actually not bad at all. But the issue with this, I got a tunnel underneath Surat. So if I were to go and build a tunnel like so, I need you to go in that way. So 1, 2, 3. That went in first try. Okay. Nice gentle inline. Okay. I think that can work. That for sure can work. And that goes directly underneath the city. I like that. I like that a lot. I will go and utilize that then. I will utilize that a lot. Let's just go and get these extra tracks put in. I'm going to have them be put in for the underground sections before I focus on the above ground. Let's just go ahead and get... where are you going to be? You're going to be right about there. So that's fine. Let's just do these in a little bit of increments. It's a good thing we have like this much money, so I'm not going to even worry about what it costs. Okay, vehicle condition of train 10 is very poor. Okay, I will take a look at that. What I will do, these in slopes, I want to go and get rid of, because I want them to be much more gentler. So we'll leave that be for the moment. I do need to go and get the line from there to there planned out. Costing around 7 million. That's going to increase as soon as I connect you. That's actually not... That's actually less. Oh. Okay. And that's actually a very gentle slope. Very, very gentle. 5.7 million? I will take that for sure. Thank you, game. The condition of train 4 is poor. Yeah, I kind of figured. So we're going to have to do some upgrades to our trains here pretty shortly. And I do have a plan for that, but I think that's going to most likely be pushed off to the next episode, because this right here is most likely going to be something we're going to work on for the entirety of this episode. Go ahead and bring you straight up to there. And that's that tunnel figured out. Let's just go and bring you along like so. Keep you flat a little bit. That should help us out. And same thing from here. Now let's just go ahead and try and get a continuous tunnel. That is one continuous tunnel, which I'm fine with. I like the entryway. No gaps in the middle, and I like the exit way as well. So 1.2 million. Do it. Just do it. Do it. Yes, I know I'm making the Palpatine reference. So there's that. And that costs us just short of $1 million. So that's already the line that's going to come from this oil refinery over to the chemical plant. Now we just need to go and finish off the line that's going to go over to the goods factory. Now, here's something that I'm potentially worried about. I'm potentially worried about how we'll get the goods over to here, because I think if we don't ship them in by train, we're gonna have to ship them in by car, or by truck, I mean. But I'm not too sure if I want to do that. I'm not too sure at all. Let's just go ahead and get this line figured out. Ooh, apparently it's gonna go into a little bit of a tunnel. Let's go and have you come out to like right there then. Okay. And should we have it just come straight out here? Yeah, that should be fine. Let's just go and get rid of that piece of road right there. And have you come straight on out. And that's it. I think that's fine. And we'll just have you merge right before the tunnel, just to make things a bit simpler. So 50 miles per hour. And just kind of have you come over here. That's fine. Now we just need to have you connect over to the track, which is actually closer than what I thought. And there we go. 136. And you are going to be most likely half as much, so just a little bit more. And that is the second of the 2 lines completed. That was interesting, to say the least. So let's go and get 2 new lines set up. We want to get this line going from this oil refinery over here to this chemical plant. And that's already dedicated the tracks that we need to utilize. We'll go ahead and worry about the signals later. And then let's go and get another new line going from the chemical plant to the goods factory. And that's already taken care of. So let's go and get the signals put in place. So signals, I want to go and have one right out of the tunnel and one right before this road, because I don't really want to have one right here just in case it would block it. And let's just go and have another signal right there just to get it a little bit closer. Let's just go ahead and have these ones. So I definitely want to have one right before the tunnel and one coming out of the tunnel. And I think we're going to need to have one in the middle, like right around here. So I think that should be fine. I do have the signals turned off right by the way, there's at least the signal icons, so you guys aren't going to really see them, mostly because I want to have them saved a little bit of FPS. At least that's my personal preference. I think we can have one directly in the middle here. Okay, and we're not going to have any inside the tunnels because I don't like the idea of having signals in tunnels. And just going to put you right there. And I think over here we should be fine. We could just go and place them down. And just going to get a couple right here. Okay, that should be fine. In fact, I will go and turn on the signals for the moment because we do actually need to utilize them. Now, go and get a pair of signals over here. And we want to go and get a couple signals along this stretch. So let's go and do signals right there. And signals right there, I guess. Ooh, you're on the wrong side. I think that is right there. That's fine. And I don't think I want one over here, so that's fine as well. And I think that we should be good. We should be good, I think. So let's go and get the train depot put in over here. I think I want to have the train depot not connected to the train station itself, but instead connected to just a little siding area that we will bring around here. And we'll just go and connect you over here. I think that should be well and good. 45, it doesn't have to go fast, but I do want to have the train depot right there. Perfect. Okay, and let's just go and bring you around. And let's see, we have the Russian class PV, 40 miles per hour. That's actually really good. But we are still limited by speed. So I think The Russian class PV doesn't have as much tractive, has the same amount of tractive effort as the B, but the PV has a little bit more power. It also produces less emissions, and I think I will prefer that, to be honest. Now, fuel, we're going to need tank cars for. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is what I'll start off with. And we'll go and get 2 cars. Yeah, 2 cars. And I will go and put you on line 1. And buy another train. And this one is going to have the plastic. So this is going to be with the boxcar. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And get another 2 trains. Boom. And have you go on line 2. Okay, and now we can go and get the line set up for what they're actually going to be carrying. So this line right here, line 1, is first going to be renamed to be the... I'm guessing this is going to be more like Suzhou. Let's just do Suzhou, but because frankly it's going to be the easiest name that I can remember. Suzhou fuel, or Suzhou oil to plastics. Okay. Tainan, or line 2 is going to be something similar. So this is going to be the Surat plastics to goods. I know this is like something different to what I normally do, but I want to try and make them a little bit different. The oil line, I want you to load up completely on regular oil, not unloading anything. And I only want you to unload oil at Suzhou. Surat plastics, you are gonna load up for full load of plastic, and you are gonna only unload plastics once when you get into Surat Central. I think that we should be good. Should be good at that point. Now, the bigger question is, should we go ahead and ramp up the production that we got going on over here? Because we have almost 300 crude oil waiting over here. You guys shouldn't be getting off over at the Tainan Exchange. I don't know why you guys are listed like that. We got no crude oil waiting over here then. Okay, all of you are... those 11 are weird. Okay, so let's go ahead and get another 2 or 3 trains. I think 2 trains, maybe. I'm not too sure. Let's go ahead and get 2 trains. 2 additional trains on that line. So this is the Izmir crude oil. We wanted managed vehicles, not go into there. Izmir crude oil. Let's go and get 2 additional trains. We want to go and duplicate you guys. And where are you guys coming from? You guys are coming out of... oh, you guys are coming out of the one... where are you at? Oh, over there. Ah. So I'm going to need to get a track built over here for you. Let me go and do that real quick. We're going to want you to be right along here, I guess. I think that should be fine. And just to be on the safe side, can we have track coming out here? And would that be okay? I think that would be okay. I just don't want duplicate segment. Right there is apparently okay. Have you go right there then. Okay, you are waiting at the tunnel now. Let me just go and get onto you. And I think we want to go and get working on our grain lines real quick. And I think that will be the tipping point of the episode, because I don't really have anything else on the plans as the moment, or as of this moment. So let's go ahead and get a cargo terminal put in place. And we only want this to be 1 terminal exactly. And let's go ahead and just place you over here. Why not? And just going to place you like so. And we're going to need to have another one right over here, kind of in the same position actually. And there we go. That seems perfectly fine to me. And let's just go and get them sent over to the food production facility. So what I will do before I do send them over there, get a... Oh, now what, apparently? Why are you guys having trouble? Apparently you guys don't know what to do. Well, that should be easy. You should just go straight through, not go onto that track. Okay, I don't know why that's happening, or why that happened. Anyway, back to where we were. Over here in Raw, we want to go and get a, kind of like a cut through. So what I'm going to do is get a road built, not a track, road. I want to get a road built over here and connect it into, over by where our main station is, over here. And go and get a separate road built over here next to our track and have it come in like that. And that should be fine, I think. And what we're gonna need to do, get 2 grain lines, I think. I think 2 grain lines should be good. So let's go and get a grain line going from there. Should we have it go over to that stop or get an unload stop? I think we get an unload stop just to make it a bit shorter. I think I want to have it drop off there. So let's go and have it go to there. And it is going to use that route right there. And I think that should be okay. Yeah, that should be okay. It's not going to interfere with many routes. In fact, the main route that it will interfere with is this one right here. In fact, I don't exactly remember the name. I think that's one of the coal lines. Yeah. And let's go and get a second line. I don't think you're going to use the same path, but you might. Yeah, you use the other path. Okay, well, you're going through that massive station. Ugh. I don't like the idea of him going through there. Or them going through there. So interesting. Maybe put a way stopping? Waypoint? Maybe. Let's just go and do that. Let's go and get a waypoint in over here. Line Surratt. I want you to go via that. And you go via that. And that fixes the line a little bit. Okay, now I need to go and get vehicles dispersed on those new lines. And let's just go and get want cargo. And these are grain, so we want these ones. Let's say we're gonna go and start off with 20 on each. So line 1 is gonna have 20. And line 2 is going to have 20. Perfect. Now the line itself, let's go and get that set up. Upper Surratt, you are going to go for full load. You are only going to load up on grain. You're not going to unload anything there. At North Zhao Road, I don't know how to pronounce that. You are only going to unload grain. You're not going to do anything else. Line 2. Let's go and get you set up. Full load at Surratt Hall. Full load on grain. And you are going to only unload grain at North Zhaonan Road. Okay. And let's go and get those lines renamed. So this is going to be C for cargo. And this is going to be Surratt grain. And this is number 1. And you are also cargo. Surat grain number 2. There we go. That should be okay. And we are already getting a grain production going over there. And I think that they are already heading over to their dedicated stations. Yes, they are. Okay. At least they should be. And the farms themselves, they aren't producing much. They will be soon, I hope. I think these are the first ones. Yes, they are. I think that there should be a little bit of backup here because, yeah, they're gonna go and wait for a full load, which I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I think that should be okay. Let's just go and edit the line real quick. Not configure the station. Edit the line. Manage line. Let's just go ahead and say you don't have to go for full load. Just full load, and if any. I don't think that changes it. Take whatever is there pretty much. Over here, the same thing I want to do. Full load or just any load. And that should be fine. On that note, I think that is all we can do for today. Oh my goodness gracious, there is a lot of people waiting over here in Raw. We are going to need to fix that, but guess what? We're going to fix that in the next episode. I hope you guys had a wonderful time today, and we got a lot of work done. Hopefully we're going to get a little bit of goods production as well. We still got to finish off our goods line. We got to finish off the line going into Lucknow, finish off the line going into Surat, and I think we'll do that in the next episode along with upgrading our Lucknow line for passenger capacity and speed. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, make sure to go in and subscribe, like the video if you like the video. If you are feeling more complicated than a thumbs up or a thumbs down, then please leave it over in the comment section, and I will check you guys for the next episode. Ciao for now.